It is time for another YouTube live stream. I'm Zach. Welcome back. Let's play some games. We are back in Cities Skylines 2, building my Florida themed city. Welcome everybody to the stream. Let's jump in and play some games. So, the last two streams have been pretty exhausting for me. I am a little exhausted. We did major infrastructure changes throughout the city. Electricity, water, the new train station, new train lines, new bridges. I'm exhausted. I want to take a step back today and focus on some smaller projects, maybe spend some time detailing. I just take a breath. I need to just take a breath with the city and focus on something more limited. And that's one of the fun things about this game is that, it's vast enough that you can focus on different things depending on what your mood is for the day. Well, I need a little bit of a break. So we're going to focus on detailing some just fun little projects throughout the city. So I hope you are ready. To start with, we got my beautiful city down here. And one of the controversial additions was this giant building here, which I just think it looks so cool. It's just a great addition to the downtown. We've been expanding onto the other side of this massive freeway that goes through the center of the city. But I did not realize how many people this was going to add to the city. This, you can see in the pop-up screen, it's residents 11,501. That's so many residents. So here it's 5,000 households, 11,000 residents. It's just crazy. I mean, that's like half of the residents in downtown live in here. If we click on downtown, downtown is 27,000 residents. So I mean, it's not quite half, but it's almost half of downtown lives in these buildings here. That's crazy. So, I mean, as you can see, the traffic is just insane. It's a little out of control. It's just going crazy. And these people are all trying to drive in here. These people are trying to turn left into here. This is a one-lane street, and it's all backing up down here. You see these people like walking all over the place. It's just nuts. It's nuts. It's crazy. These people, they're walking all over the place, walking to get into the building here. That's insane. And then you have all these people parking on the street throughout the oil fields because they feel like that's a better place to park than our beautiful parking structure right here, which only has 27 cars in it. So I don't know why no one's parking in here. But they're parking on the street and walking across this pathway into this building here. I mean, this is a little crazy. But I want to see if we can make this work. I think with a little finagling, it could make sense and not gum up our whole city. Glitcher's in chat saying, hey, I'm back. I see a lot of warning icons in your city. Yeah, we got some warning icons. It's not bad, though. We're having a lot of people saying they're waiting for a hearse. But I think that might just be because of traffic. We might just have traffic. It might be because of what we're talking about right now. It might be this traffic is blocking all the hearses. We have enough hearses in this area because we recently built this giant crematorium building. And it has zero deceased in it right now and like a ton of vehicles. It's operating in the downtown and Brisbane Marina districts. It has 21 vehicles in use. Like a ton of them are out gathering dead bodies. So there should be no reason for them to be all of these icons unless they're stuck in this traffic. So I think we could, I think we can move some things around and maybe get this working better. The first thing I think I want to do here is I actually want to cut off this road connection. I feel like this roundabout was working pretty well until we built this building here. And so if we sever this, this should flow flow relatively quickly because it's only four. I mean, it's these four. Uh, it's these two roads intersecting, and this one is not that busy. So it just works much better if there isn't this connection here, I think. So I'm going to sever this connection. And instead, we're going to connect it to the oil fields. Now, I always wanted, I've never connected the oil fields to downtown, the road network, because I didn't want trucks to come up through the oil fields into downtown. However, we have this exit ramp here for the trucks to come out. Trucks can come in and out of this exit ramp. And I feel like this is not used very much. So if we can get the 5,000 residents to use this exit instead of this exit, it's kind of like splitting the traffic in two. It's like this bit of traffic goes to this side of downtown, this bit of traffic goes to this side of downtown. And we can connect it up with pathways and stuff. And there's mass transit. I mean, you got the train station here, you got the subway station right here. So they can hop on mass transit to go over here back and forth, just not their car. So that's what I want to try and do. Glitcher says, your city has problems. What are those icons in your industry? Oh, we talked about this. Sorry, I didn't even think about this. We talked about this all of yesterday's stream. Was all on these icons. So I just need to let this run a little bit, and these then we'll start addressing these. But the problem with these was we didn't have enough stone, and we just built all of these stone facilities for the city, but we just have to wait for them to produce stone. That's why we have all these problems. Sorry, I didn't even think about that because we talked about it all yesterday. Glitcher says, it doesn't look like your industry has a road access. It's probably why you have lots of congestion. Well, we'll just connect it up and see how it goes, I think. So first things first, we're going to connect it up through here. I mean, this might be a horrible idea, by the way. I'm not saying that this is necessarily a great way to do things, but I think it's how we're going to do it. Let's go up like this. All right, so now we are connected to the road network this way. And actually, I would love to connect it more directly through here. So maybe a road coming into here. I want to leave a little bit of space. All right, so that's a new road connection. Yeah, I bet most of the traffic would flow this way. And in fact, let's beef this up a little bit. Let's make this, let's upgrade all of this to 4 lanes. Starting here. Okay, this is already 4 lanes, so that'll be 4 lanes. Let's upgrade this to 4 lanes. Okay. And then I'd like to even add a slip lane onto here. Just for a little added oomph. So maybe, is there a 5-lane asymmetric? Yeah, let's do a 5-lane asymmetric. Like that. And then we'll take one of those lanes. And we'll just curve it into here. Yeah, and actually, let's downgrade this one. So this one would be no, we need a 3-lane asymmetric. Like that? Yeah. So that these 2 lanes, so this lane is for this guy turning left, and then these guys turning right can go this way. Although they can turn right this way too, but I don't want that. I'd like these guys to keep going straight. So let's downgrade let's downgrade this one back to this guy. Yeah. And then on the intersection, we'll use our lane connector tool here. Actually, we don't need this. We can just say, use our in-game tool here and say no right turns. Perfect. And then we'll take the traffic lights off of here. No traffic lights. No traffic lights. Take off the crossings. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, actually, no, we still need the crossing here. Just not here or here. All right, that's sweet. Okay, so this will be how they'll get into here. Then they'll zoom over into here, and then they'll go over into this way. All right, I would like to take the parking off of here too, because I don't like them parking on these roads. So let's go ahead and add some grass to the sides of these, just to get rid of the parking. This is so funny. They have grass-lined streets in my oil fields. I'll leave these guys here. But they should be parking in here. I built this beautiful parking building for them, and nobody parks here. I don't understand it. I wonder... Downtown. Let's go to downtown. Is there a policy for parking meters? Roadside parking fee. There is. No way. All right, I'm going to turn this on. It's a policy for this district, the downtown district. A fee is charged for parking on the roadside. The cost of the parking can be adjusted with the slider. Let's do this. $10 to park on the roadside. Oh, that is great. So that means it's the same cost to park on the street as it is to park in this building. So they might as well park in this building. Yeah, here, there's only 7 people are parking here. That's crazy. Crazy. In fact, I might want to just bump it up just a little bit. Maybe to just encourage them to use the parking structures. I mean, because they're just all on the road. It's just crazy to me. Glitcher says, did you try the new race day DLC in CS1? That's a lot of oil. Have you built all industry types? Yes, we have all the industry types in the city except for fish. We haven't done any of the fishing stuff yet. That's some of the new stuff that recently came out. I haven't even gotten to that yet. This is our brand new nuclear plant we just built, which I'm loving the detail in this building. Looks very cool and scientific. All right, so the simulation is running. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Look at this. They're starting to use the new route to get in here. That is great. And in fact, let's take the lights off of this light here. We don't need this. Yeah, the traffic on this was getting pretty bad. The other, oop, a little autosave there. The other place that's getting pretty bad is this right here. I might want to do a little bit of work on this just to make this run a little bit quicker. You can see it's backing up already here. There's so much going on here. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have had this road connect right here. Should I just disconnect this? This is probably part of the problem. It's just too close to this intersection here. And everyone's like stopping. It's just, this is the main road that goes by the Central Park. So I like that this main road goes to the freeway. You know what I might do? I might make this a one-way road. I really like using one-way roads. I know that one-way roads in real life can be quite annoying, especially like when they use them in downtowns, but it solves so many problems. I mean, I would rather use a one-way road here rather than just cut off the road, you know, like rather than just delete it. Because if we have it at one way, so it's just everyone coming down here is just making right-hand turns, I don't mind that as much. Although this is super backed up down to here. Ooh. And they're backed up because of this road. You know what? I might just have to take this out. This road is causing just these backups. Glitcher says that intersection is a classic bottleneck. Can you give vehicles more highway access? Well, I mean, there's an awful lot of off-ramps. I don't know how many more ramps you want me to build on this intersection. There's like a million off-ramps. But yeah, this is a problem. I think we need more lanes. More lanes, bro. Let's just add more lanes. That'll solve everything. Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to delete this. It's just too much backup. We're going to do a couple of other things. And get rid of this crossing, because why is that even there? We're going to add a couple of lanes onto here. We're going to make this a 2-lane road. Let's make this a 2-lane first. This is going to be a 3-lane asymmetric going this way. So that gives them 2 lanes going into the city. So this guy can go straight or this guy can go left. Or actually they can both go left if they want. And then we're going to actually make this 2 lanes going into here. And then this, I actually think we can increase this. This is a 4-lane freeway road. We could make this a 5-lane freeway road and give us an extra lane right there. So everything going off into here has 2 lanes, and then it zooms into here, it zooms up into here. And look at, traffic's already done, except for this crash. Not counting the crash, traffic is solved. Is there a light here? It's a light. Let's get rid of the light. No, don't want that. All right, can move it make this a little bit better? Let's use our move it tool. Manipulation. Come on. Why can't I grab these? Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm just stretching this out to make this a little bit more of a smoother transition. Cool. All right, so hopefully that'll control traffic better this way. Traffic is being controlled a little bit better over here. Man, everyone is parking on the street here. Do we have more cars parking in here? Yes, look at this. More people are using the parking garage. I love it. We just needed to install parking meters. And oh my goodness, these guys have dead people. Waiting for 3 people waiting for a hearse. What is wrong with the hearses? Why aren't they picking anyone up? Oh, actually, it looks like they have picked a bunch of people up. Are there people in this death care facility now? Yes, we have dead bodies in here now. Great. I mean, not great, but it's working. Glitcher says the problem is cars have to go through the roundabout. Oh, you just retracted. I missed your comment, man. All right. What is next? Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're working at this over here. And we're just going to watch this and see if this causes a problem. The other thing I was thinking is that, so these guys are over here. Oh, wait, let's add a path. Let's make sure that they can get over here, because that is part of the issue. Let's give them just a nice little pavement path. And we might even give them a full-on, like, walkway. Wide pavement path. Where's that pedestrian road? What, key? No, we don't want a key. Isn't there a pedestrian road? This one, pedestrian street. Yes. Boom. So that will give them another way to get across here. Oh, and so I think, what is this guy doing? Sports car? Why is he driving on the pedestrian street? Well, anyway, the cool thing about these is I believe service vehicles will use this. So if a service vehicle, like a garbage truck, I think garbage trucks can use this. But mostly it's just for people. So look, we got all these people walking through here. That's cool. And I think we can put buildings off of here too. Is there zoning? Yeah, there's zoning off of here. So we could put cool buildings and stuff in here without adding any more traffic. I mean, this is a good piece of real estate right here. It's right across from the train station, right next to the subway. So we'll have to figure out something cool to put here. Actually, you know what would be cool? This is all residential, right? If we put in a commercial building, look at... this is our map showing the commercial areas, and anything green is good for commercial. So basically anything here is good for commercial. But I'm just thinking with like all these people here, like a commercial building right over here would do really, really well. And there is a commercial building I was thinking of. Glitcher says, why use a pedestrian street? Use a normal street would grant more vehicle access instead of dead ends. Well, I purposely cut off the street. That we deleted the street here because I didn't want the street connected. Because look at, before, this roundabout was all congested, and now it's just flowing quickly. That's why I deleted the street. Okay, but commercial things. There was a commercial asset in here that I've been looking at. It's the farmer's market. This recently got added to the game, I believe. And let's see. Yeah, it's part of the supply chain pack. Actually, let me pull that up. Cities, I'm looking it up online. Cities Skyline Supply Chain. I've got to pull this up to look at it every time because it's confusing. So the supply chain DLC, which is just this content creator pack, gave you all of these buildings. And one of these buildings is the farmer's market. And I can't even tell on here which one it is. Oh, no, it's a commercial building. So it would be one of these. Gosh, I wish they would put the names on here. Okay. Well, let's see. What does it look like? It looks like this. Okay. So that is... this one. It's the chicken one. Okay, so I'm supposed to build this first and then build the farmer's market. What is this? Chicken? We could build this. It's a chicken something. Okay, let's go look for that. There's a chicken something for the farmer's market. That'll be in here. It'll be in here. Supply chain. I think it's this. Livestock processing facility. Our livestock pens are at capacity. Petting zoos just aren't bringing in the crowds like they used to. Okay, well, we're not going to put this downtown. But maybe over here next to some of our farms would be good. Let's find a place for a... yeah, I mean, we got some room right in here. We got lots of room over here. I'd love to place it like over here. I mean, this is where we have most of our farms. Ooh, what about this place right here? Yeah, this is good because it's nearby. There's like lots of workers too could work over here. So let's plop it down. I feel like we should upgrade the road. I mean, this is an important building. Let's upgrade this road. How's this going to work? We're going to have to take out these trees. Unless we move these buildings. I don't want to move the buildings. Okay, brand new road. Let me just look at these trees. We're going to have to take them all out. Or we could just move them to the other side of the road. Yeah, let's just move all these trees to the other side of the road. Okay, so filters. We're going to just select plants. Move these guys all down here. Why can't I grab this guy? Oh, there we go. Perfect. We'll grab all of these guys. These guys we'll just have to delete. Okay, I'll delete this little guy right there. And these guys. And these guys we can move. Just like that. All right, that worked out pretty good. So we saved the trees, and then we can put this new facility right in here if it'll fit. Okay, so we're going livestock. No. Yeah. This is what we're looking at. Okay, maybe... it produces a little bit of pollution, ground pollution, and noise pollution. So I don't want it too close to the houses. We'll maybe put it like right here. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Nice looking facility. Oh, look at, there's livestock in the little corrals here. That's cool. All right. And these usually have like an upgrade. What's the upgrade here? Meatpacking Logistics Center. Holy cow! That turns it into a massive looking building. Um, should we do that? I don't know if I want this massive looking building right there. This is such a cute little area. We're going to leave it for now. We're just going to leave it like that. But according to our supply chain, now that we've built this building here, we should be able to build the farmer's market, which is right here. And then once you build this, you're supposed to build the expansion. And then there's supposed to be an office building somewhere that you can plop in. Okay, so farmer's market. I think it would be really cool to put a farmer's market right next to the train station right here. What do you think? Glitcher in chat says, what is the gold cylindrical skyscraper? This is one of the new buildings that came in the recent skyscrapers pack that just was released. I think like last month. It's called the Aurum Spire. Aurum Spire. This sleek and futuristic skyscraper houses engineering companies that boost local industry. Their breakthroughs in experimental technology help the city control pollution levels. And does this have an upgrade? No, no upgrades for this. But just placing it down reduces air pollution and ground pollution, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I just think it looks... you're right. It's a really cool looking building. I like it. Okay, so let's see if this farmer's market will fit in here. It's too big. Oh, wait, no, it might. It might. We might be able to just squeeze it in. I have to use anarchy to make it work. But that's okay. It's like a perfect fit. So look at this. So what a cool thing to have right next to the train station. Okay, we're going to need to move it just a little bit because it's you know what? I'm just going to leave it. It's poking out onto the sidewalk a little bit, but I'm just going to leave it. Okay, so people can like come in and it's got some storage. It's got lots of good stuff. Okay. Oh, and look at people can drive out the side here. Yeah, I mean, this is just great. What a great thing to have next to the train station. And no! I forgot! The subway station's right here. The subway station is right here. We plopped it on top of the subway station. Oh my goodness. So people, that's where all these people are going. They're merging through the building to get into the subway. Okay, well that was a bad idea. Could we fit it in over here? There may not even be room over here for it. Relocate. Oh, there is enough room over here. Yeah, let's just put it in over here. We can have it on this side, or we can have it on this side. I kind of like the idea of having it in the middle here. And I almost would like the entrance to be more over by the train station. So let's draw another road in here. And we're going to use the pedestrian road again, just because I love the pedestrian road. I'm going to cut across here. We're going to try and stick it in this way. Yeah, just like that. Much better. And I could have just left the two buildings like overlapped and said like the subway was like part of the building. But I don't know. I don't really like to do that very much, even though I could. I'd like to like just keep all the buildings separate. And we could always do something else over here too. Um, Actually, what's the other building that's in this pack? So now we have the farmer's market over here looking great. I'm sure these people who live here will love this. So now this residential zone has a commercial zone right next to it where they can buy food and groceries and whatever they need. And then the next part of this, let's look at the next part. If we look at this supply chain, okay, so we have the livestock, we have the farmer's market, we have the expansion, which I'm not going to do right now. And then what is this? It's an office kind of building. I don't see it. Is it this? Oh, it's this. It says it's the livestock exchange. Oh, that makes sense. Our livestock industry has gained renown outside our city. We need a place to plan events and facilitate meetings between buyers and sellers. Okay. All right, this is a more modest sized building. Maybe this goes right here. Oh, it's too big. It's too big. Okay, could it fit over here? Question mark. Yeah, I think it might just fit in right here. It overlaps a little bit. We'd have to go like over here. Or you know what we could do? We could delete this road. We don't really need the road right there. Before I do that, let's just look at see if there's another spot. Because the other place that would make sense, if this is the livestock exchange, it might make sense to have it next to the central bank. This is the central bank. You know, you got the banking. This would be like another kind of exchange kind of building. It would, I think it would make a lot of sense to be like right here, right where we destroyed that road, you know? Yeah, what if we even did like an angled thing? It's a little bit tight. Where else could we put it? We could, it doesn't have to go downtown. I mean, we could put it over by our farming area. We could put it down in Gator Gulch. It's an office building though, so you would want, you need it where you have like your office buildings. I'm feeling over here is the place it needs to go. So let's do it here. Oh, it does fit in here. Yeah, let's do it like this. And that actually looks pretty cool. Look at that. So now these guys, we have residential, commercial, and office districts like right here. So this is turning out to be a pretty cool, unique area. Now, something else that could really help with traffic here. We could add another connection into here. I think that makes a lot of sense. Not like a one-way connection, so it doesn't get too crazy. Not a full-on intersection, but maybe just have this come off like this, one way. I think that could be helpful. Glitcher says, that's what you get for using anarchy. You mean when I went over the subway? Glitcher says, how many cities have you built in this game? So for Cities Skylines 2, this is the second city I've built. I built one other one before this, and then I built this one. And Yeah, I think no, that's three. I built three because I built like a test city before that. So I built like a test city where I was just messing around. Then I built another city that's on. I did a bunch of streams on the channel, and now I'm on this city. And before that, for City Skylines 1, I did a ton of cities. All right, so let's try to connect up this road here. Oh, before we do this, there was another big problem I'm having where this is so much population increase, I think it's affecting our schools. Let me just check that again. Education, yeah, our high school is in the red again. And I think it's simply because just so much people have moved in. If we look downtown, we go to high school. We have a bunch of schools downtown, but our elementary school is full. College is full. Elementary school is full. What is this? This could be high school. This could be a high school. Let's add this. This is like an addition. Oh, this is the big, giant, tall building here. Okay, so what does this add? Oh, that's cool. I love it. It adds this section here and this section here. That's cool. And it's an extra 3,000 students. Let's do it. And we're going to say this is just downtown and Briza Marina. So that should help out a lot. Boom. We're back in the green, baby. I love it. We'll have to check our other ones because we'll probably have to put some more in. But for right now, I think we're okay. Let's go back to the road building. Glitcher said, Iceflake Studios just issued an update to disable zoning along roads. Can you demonstrate, please? You mean just today? I didn't hear about that, so I'm not... I don't know about that. I'd have to go look it up. Okay, so here, this is a freeway road. Let's increase this from 3 lanes to 4 lanes. Why is it doing that? Okay, that's weird. Now it's only doing 1 lane across. Okay, we'll look at that in a second. But once they get to here, this lane should be able to spin on out of here. And come on down to here. And then let's just go into here. Perfect. So we just got like 1 little lane offshoot. And then let's look at this intersection. I'm sure this has to do with our junction. Lane connector tool. Okay, so this guy needs to go straight on. And over here. This guy can go right. This guy can go straight if he wants. I think, yeah, I think that works. Wait, no. These guys have no left-hand turn lanes. So this guy should be able to go here. Yeah, we just want 1 left-hand turn lane. So there we go. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. Although maybe we should allow these guys to go here too. Cool. All right, yeah, so we just added one more connection down to here just to make this more accessible. But what it looks like is I think most people are just using this and then zooming down here, which is what I wanted. So that is pretty cool. Let's take a look at our major intersection, our major roundabout interchange. It looks like it's flowing nicely, which is what you always want to see. KS Shady Logos is in chat saying hello. Welcome to the stream. Glitcher said, the announcement was made yesterday. It's called the Anniversary Free Update. There's also a new signature commercial building called Ice Flake Arena. Check it out if you have it. Really? Yeah, I completely missed this announcement. Commercial building. You're saying it's Ice Flake Studio? I haven't seen it. Maybe I haven't gotten the update. Ice... Maybe I haven't got it yet, because I don't see any arena. Shard Arena? Is that it? I haven't seen, I don't think remember seeing this before. Shard Arena, what is this? It looked like it was a mixed use building. V is in chat saying hi. How's the game going? It's going great. Glitcher said it's Ice Flake Arena. The announcement didn't state a date, so I assumed it was out now. Oh, I think maybe, yeah, maybe it's not out yet. Or at least it doesn't, maybe I didn't download the update or something like that. But I still don't know what this is. What is this? Shard Arena? It's pretty large. LV. What was the LV content creator pack? Leisure venues. Oh, that was, yeah, leisure venues. It says it's commercial. Why isn't it showing up in here? Oh, I've already put it somewhere. Oh, no, I haven't put it somewhere. Okay, it says it's the esport, the pulsating heart of esports in your city. Oh, it's an arena for people to play video games in. It's not like a physical sports arena. We're not big enough yet. We have to be an expansive metropolis. How big is it, though? That's a cool size for a building. I don't know where we would put it. We could put it over here, maybe. That's, you know, this is not a bad spot for it. Like right in here. I wouldn't want it on the main road. It's, yeah, it's almost perfect for right in here. We might need to adjust the road a little bit to make it work. While we're over here, this is the Walmart that we built the other day. We built this beautiful Walmart. It's looking really good. But I was thinking about this. I feel like Walmarts usually have like other buildings around them. It's usually not just the Walmart. There's usually like a restaurant or something, you know, like fast food kind of places around here. I feel like we should add something to this. It looks kind of lonely that it's just the Walmart. V says, I've been watching a bunch of Move the Mouse who plays CS1 on console, and they don't make dioramas, but actually play CS1. Yeah, I actually recently got Donald's. Yeah, I got a McDonald's restaurant. We could put this in here. This fits almost perfect right in this space. And it would make sense that this would be right next to the road here. Let's plop that in. Look at this asset. Is that not cool? That looks so real. Like an actual McDonald's. Right in my city. That is a perfect spot for it too. Right next to the Walmart. You can go get your Walmart, get your McDonald's. We definitely would need to connect this road up here, though. Let's draw in another alleyway. Yeah, because if there's a McDonald's, you would want the entrance to the McDonald's like right through here. Like another connection. It's weird having all these connections, but yeah, I just feel like there would be another one. Let's have one there, and then let's redraw this so it's a straight connection. Then we'll delete this guy. We'll redraw this road up to here. Hold up, guys. We'll increase this road to there. And then this one will curve around and tie into here. Come straight just a little bit further, and then curve just like this. Pop in just like this. And then that gives us a little bit more room. You know what? We're going to plop in this esports arena because it just looked like such a cool looking building. Now, technically, we're not supposed to build this yet until we're a bigger city, but I just think it's too cool looking to pass up. Okay, we can actually we can face it off of this road here, which I think makes a lot of sense, but I'd like to get it again, leave some room. No, you know what? Let's just put it right up against the road. Why not? We have our first esports arena in our city. And look at, it's selling bicycles. Bell and Cog bicycles selling recreation. Well, I guess that's one way to use an esports arena. Shard Arena. It looks like a cool place to go. Go attend some Call of Duty matches or something. All right, so now this Walmart complex looks a little bit more filled out. So there's a little bit more stuff going on here. I like it. All right, so let's check on what we were doing yesterday. So yesterday, we were adding all of these stone facilities, and now we've let the game run a little while. Let's just check and see our production levels for stone to see if our money's gone up a lot, which is good. Production, stone. Okay, wow. Okay, so we have had a giant drop in the deficit. Before, our deficit was way up here. So it has dropped a lot, but we're still not producing enough stone. Still. Oh my goodness. We need to build way more stone quarries. This is crazy. We built so many. Oh my goodness. All right, well, we want them kind of interspersed throughout the city. So let's build another one right here. So we'll have two kind of side by side here. Actually, let's build a road out. Build a dirt road just into the side here. Lining this up a little bit better. Okay, I like that. All right, let's put in some more manufacturing. Stone. Okay, we'll plop this guy in here. Come all the way out to the edge here. Yeah, this will be a giant one, although we don't want to go over the power lines. So we got power lines right here. So let's go up to like here. Go to the power lines. We'll follow the power lines down to the road. No, not all the way to the road. Maybe to like right here. Then follow the road down. All right. That gives us another big stone facility right there. And then let's build another stone facility on the other end of town. We haven't done anything over here for a while, so let's extend this guy out. Yeah, and I just like kind of interspersing them all throughout the city because stone is a resource that everybody uses. Nice. All right. So that should be good for there. And then now that that's in place, we should be able to start rebuilding some of these things that have collapsed. So I'm just going to go through and rebuild some of these guys. Wait, why is this not working? Select the rebuild button to activate the rebuild tool, then select the destroy building to rebuild it. Oh, I see. I have to select it again. There we go. Oh, I see. Okay. Rebuild, rebuild. Okay. So that sets them back to level 1, but that's okay. So those guys are going... What else do we have to rebuild? These guys over here need to be rebuilt. These guys are lucky. They're just doing their thing. They didn't have any problems. And hopefully this should supercharge my money situation. Okay, now let's go to the oil industry. Let's go through and start rebuilding all these guys. I love that this is so easy. You know, I was worried I'd have to like rebuild or, bulldoze and redraw all of these, but this is so much easier the way they have this all set up. Okay, let's do these guys. Yeah, this should help my land value too, because I think when you have collapsed buildings, it decreases your land value. Do I see any more problems? This guy. All right. So actually, the amount of complaints in my city has really dropped dramatically in this stream. Look at how few problems we have, which is great. Still have a couple of these guys in here that I missed. That guy and this guy. All right, so we'll have to keep an eye on a bunch of things like that, we'll have like employment issues and all kinds of stuff. Our unemployment right now is 11.7%. That should drop as those buildings level up that we just put in. So I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. Let's check our land value. Land value. Okay, so the darker blue areas are the higher land value. So we have a lot of high land value downtown. And that's about it. Why don't we have more high land value like down here? I guess the downtown's really the place to be. Okay, well, good to know. Glitcher says, it's Fortnite Central. What are your citizens' education levels like? How did all those buildings get destroyed? It's like I explained earlier. We didn't have enough stone, and that's why. That's why we built all this stone. Education levels look like this. They're all in the green. V says Walmart has more parking. Bulk. McDonald's is actually in the Walmart here. I think our Walmart has a Five Guys in the parking lot. The McDonald's is to the side of Walmart. Near the coast is high land value. I would think near the coast would be high land value, but it doesn't really look like it. I guess, yeah, this is pretty high over here. This theater, people really like living next to this theater here. So that does look like it's high land value. All right. Well, I think that's a good place to end it. We got a whole bunch of different stuff done in today's stream. Actually, nothing that I wanted to get done is what we got done. I got kind of sidetracked with this cool area over here. I really don't see any traffic problems, which is crazy. So we're still keeping an eye on stuff. But everything looks like it's going pretty well. Yeah, what I wanted to do, my goal for today's stream was to tackle this area here. This is a really valuable piece of real estate. So I think we'll tackle this tomorrow. This is where we used to have our power plant over here. I don't know if you remember, where it was causing all this pollution. And yesterday we destroyed it and it opened up this big area of land. I'd like to put in like a park in here. So we're going to look at that tomorrow and kind of decide what we want to do with this open area. It's just right in the middle of the city and it looks really cool. So yeah, let's do something cool with this. All right, but I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for joining. Glitcher says maybe next stream you can fix the noise pollution complaints. Yeah, we could look at that too. That's it for me. Everybody remember, no matter what is going on in your life, to always do something fun every single day. Until next time, this is Zach signing off.